Yeah! If it's hot, I'll say it's hot. But if it's a mess, baby, woo, I'm ready. This is an Emore'J Couture exclusive. What's going on, fashion friends? Okay, so we're going to talk today about the Chris Brown situation, which is on everybody's media list. Okay, so Chris Brown recently came out with his CD Fame, which, you know, most people are talking about, but we're going to talk about some things leading up into Fame. Now, to me, Chris Brown has just been, in my opinion, messy, all over the place, just really random in his interviews. I don't know what's going on with Chris Brown at the moment, but it's something there, and it's something that needs to be addressed. Now, let's talk about just the negative connotations that have been happening with Chris Brown, such as with, you know, we have been forgiven, we have, you know, moved on, well, some have, of the Rihanna and Chris Brown situation, which of course is going to be the most popular thing because that was a punch heard around the world. Like, that was something everybody knows about with Chris Brown. So then, you know, we have that. Then we have the situation with the penis pictures and things like that, you know, which could be a plus but a downfall. Then we have the situation with the hair, which was very random, you know, where did that come from, you know, whatever, I guess, you know, freedom of expression, go you, yes, look at me, hello, hi top. So then now we have, with the releasing of the pictures with this Chris Brown on this busted stripper, I mean, she's clearly late. Her knees are ashy. She has cuts and bruise marks on her. You know, she was thinking that she was giving us Las Vegas showgirl, but clearly she was giving us South Carolina dancing in the dusty pit of the bar. Girl, please, when you were dancing on Chris Brown, you literally hit the jackpot. So, pictures of that was released, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? That is just too much. Then we piggyback to that interview that he had on TV, where they, you know, asked him some questions regarding the Rihanna situation, you know, how is he dealing with that, and how is he getting over with that. And after the interview, we had a situation where Chris Brown goes into the green room, you know, throws chairs at the windows, you know, breaks out things, rips off his shirt, goes ballistic, and I'm like, what is going on? This girl is clearly messy. Chris Brown, okay. Let's talk about this. You are a celebrity. You are in the public eye. And yes, we understand that you are human and you do have your downfalls and your faults. However, you know what the critics will want to talk about. You know what the media wants to know about. They want to know how you're coping with the situation of Rihanna. How are you dealing with the sentence? And how are you dealing with getting over your community service? How are you dealing with those things? How are you dealing with everything leading up into this album? So why are we getting so brand new like Brandy? Why are we getting so brand new and acting like all of a sudden no one is going to mention the questions at all about your past or Rihanna, when clearly you were briefed on the questions and you did know that there was a possibility that it would have come up in the interviews. So I'm not understanding why we go on this big rage and things like that. Even if we do go on a rage in your limo, go on a rage in your room, in your house, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, somewhere personal where you know that when you do it in this public scenery to get all this attention, and you know they're going to take it and turn it towards the worst and call you all kind of names. Now they're calling you some type of thug, which we clearly know is not the case. So I'm like, I just think that Chris Brown really does need a vacate. He needs a vacation. I don't know, go to Chicago, take a chill pill, go to Bermuda, go to Puerto Rico, just chill out and just enjoy your money, because you're not broke. You're not broke at all. You do have money, and your fans will be here to support you. Trust and believe they're not going anywhere. So I'm not understanding why is he putting on so many Jabuka shows, and it's like, Chris Brown, what is going on with you? You have to think at how you started within this industry. You started as a young child in the industry, well, as a young adult in the industry, and you have a following of young adult males and females that look up to you, and with you doing so many of these stunts and just going on all of these shenanigans, it's not a good look. And some of them may understand what you're going through, but the media will portray it as that you are just you are ballistic, you're a nutcase, you're a whack job, and it looks very messy. Before we talk about the Fame CD and the release of it, I really do want to talk about how with Chris Brown that, okay, I clearly don't understand. It seems like, you know, things are a little deliberate with these actions, but they're not working for you. They're actually working against you, because now the media is portraying you as something that clearly you're not. I heard on The View that they were referring to him as a thug, and I'm like, girl, please, that is nobody's thug. I've seen thugs, and Chris Brown, that's not it. So I'm like, wow, what is really going on with this boy? Then, okay, we have the CD. There's so much going around Fame. Everybody's talking about Fame. Chris Brown is tweeting every single 5 minutes about Fame. Go get the album. And with the album, to me, when it's released and you hear the CD, I can't link up the album cover. I can't link up Chris Brown and the album together. It's like they're two different people. Because the Chris Brown is going through so much over here. He's going through so much with the media, with the press, with Fame. He's going through so much personal. He has so many personal demons going on. Then you have Fame, and it's like, what is this Lollipop Candy CD with Justin Bieber on it? You know, it's clearly just a Lollipop Candy CD, because when I listen to it, I feel like I'm in, you know, somebody's techno club just giving trance all day long. I'm like, are these two of the same people? Maybe you did this album 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago, and you decided to, you know, attach the word Fame and your album cover picture to it, because clearly it's not linking up with the album. I felt like the album, you didn't address any of the heartaches, you didn't address any of the hardships you went through, you didn't address what you're going through being famous. You didn't hit on any of those topics for me, and it just felt so generic. It felt like it was like a project that had to be executed. Like, okay, the job is done. Here it is. Bam. You wanted the album, so here it is. To me, I didn't feel that. I felt more of the title, and I felt more of the album cover than the actual album. And then once I listened to the CD, my only song I really get life off of is just the song "Wet the Bed" with Ludacris. I like that. And that's it. I do like the song "Look at Me Now." However, it's not about Chris Brown that I like. It's about Busta Rhymes, because I feel like Busta Rhymes clearly slayed that song. And that was like Busta Rhymes' comeback for this new year of producing his own record, because he literally sat down Chris Brown on his own track. I mean, he flowed on the beat like it was water. But Chris Brown, to me, it's just like, I'm not understanding once again why you aren't expecting people to talk about your past situations leading up into this album. You're getting so brand new with us, and then you go on a rage as to where you can't take it, you can't handle it. Well, you picked this. You know, this is what you wanted. You know, you wanted the spotlight. You danced your behind off on all those auditions when you were younger. You sang your heart out to get on the public stage. Now you're on the stage, and now you can't handle it. It's like, you know, get with it or get lost. This is what you want. You know, so I'm not understanding why you're getting so brand new once again on these interviews. Like, you can't handle the situation. Clearly, you know they're going to talk about Rihanna. Like, that was something that was heard all around the world. If you can't take that, then don't even do interviews, period. You know, don't say anything about it. Just forget it. Just let your album do what it do and just say nothing. I'm not understanding that Chris Brown is just being... I just think that he needs a vacation, and he needs some time to himself just to really get some things together, just to really get himself together and get his mind right. Because I feel like, you know, even when I see him on live interviews, it's like he's giving me a little bit of Whitney Houston with a little bit of Charlie Sheen. He's right in the middle, and I don't even know if he's tweaking or tweaked a little bit or just a little bit. I don't know, but he just seems so random on these interviews, and it's like, Chris Brown, are we okay? Like, where's your head at? So I just think that Chris Brown clearly needs to just hold off on future projects and really take some time to invest in himself, because clearly he is all over the place right now, and it's not a good look for him, because the press and the media are devouring him. They're eating him alive, and he's giving them a show. And it's not a cute one. It's not a dancing one, honey. It's not a concert. He's giving them a show, honey. He's giving me Jerry Springer tease. So, yeah, that's my thing on it. You guys are going to write your thing on it. Let me know how you feel about the Chris Brown situation and what he's going through these days. How are you feeling about it? And even, how are you feeling about the album? Was it what you expected? Did you want more from it? Or was it right on point? Are you in the techno club with it? Let me know. Okay.
You're jabookinizing behind. Girl, have you lost your sick mind? You guys know my slogan and you know my quote. If it's hot, well, you know, hey, I'll say it's hot. But if it's a mess, you know the rest.